where we live and where we work. I'm an artist and I'm a sculptress. I make sculptures together with my daughter. And this is the space where we work, and my daughter designs jewelry and is actually very well known with that. And we also, in the gallery, give expositions of people we choose. This is our lounge area. Here we have our library and we sort of relax and talk with people, you know, receive people and that sort of thing. And then this is one of the installations of my daughter that is called Inside Out. It's, she makes big installations. We will walk upstairs in a minute because then you can see where she works and where she designs her things. And we also sculpt together. Because she is a sculptress, we also sculpt together and we make big pieces. Like, for instance, the tit is one of them. This is the hall, and the hall is exposition space. Plus, at the same time, you know, when we receive people, when we have more than 2 or 4 people, we receive them here. Plus, we give events here, lots of events. You know, people come and they want to rent the space for the night, for, you know, especially because it's an art place. They love that sort of atmosphere, and they give dinners or readings or lectures or that sort of thing. Of course, it's our working space, but yet it's so much part of my home because I spend more time here far more time here than I spend in my home. Which is logical. You know, I enter it in the morning and I usually, in the evening, people come and, you know, have drinks here. And so it is very hard not to consider it part of my home. It is connected to my home. And I consider it, it's my favorite place to be. And I do consider it part of my home. We go upstairs and I'll show you a little bit around where my daughter works. Here we enter her sort of small paradise. This is the place where she, you can see her on the photo, designs and constructs her jewelry. And I'll show you quickly around, and then we will walk into the house. It was a gym, originally built as a gym in 1892, and it was in 47 it became a printer company. And in here there were these big printing machines, you know, going jujuk the whole day, and till 2002, and then, or no, 2000 I think, and then the printing company went outside. Look, this is also a nice view. The printing company went outside of Amsterdam because it was too difficult with trucks coming and going. And then squatters took over, and by the time that we found it, it was totally derelict, and the rain was coming through, and the ivy was growing inside, and you know, it was quite a challenge to redo it, the whole thing. Oh, it's een klein beetje vies hier. Okay, now we will go and visit the house, and so we go via the office. And here we enter the house. So you can see how connected it is. Here we enter the drawing room. And it's, well, I mean, for, you know, when we are just sort of en famille, then we spend our time here. And when we are, like I said before, when we are with more people, we are downstairs in the studio. Here you see an odd mixture of all different things which are either collected or made or whatever. Some, you know, this is a coco de mer, which is a very rare sort of coconut. And, you know, these are old paying, well, how can you say it? You know, it was of course a barter change, but this was, they used to pay with this. Then practically everything which is here comes from Africa. Not everything, but nearly everything. The house, the way it's decorated is of course, again, as I said before, but it is very eclectic. It's from all our travels all over the world. I just sort of piece things together. I think what I love about a house is if it has a very definite signature. If it has a very definite signature of the person who lives in there, rather than, you know, a very interior designed, balanced thing. You know, you even with the eclectic, you can make a balance in it. My daughter was born in New York, and she, I don't know, it must have been in the genes, but she worked with me from a very young age. You know, we always did things together. She worked around me in the studio, and the boys did as well. When we came to London, then back to London, the boys were born, one after the other. And when they were young, they were very much part of the life which evolved around the studio, you know, working there and playing and making their own things. And I think all three have got an artistic twitch, absolutely. This house has one magnificent feature, and that is everything opens towards the outside. You know, although you live in a town, it's small, but it is all has an outside, which is wonderful. So here's the terrace, and it's wonderful, you know, in the summer. It is always cool, and it's great, you know, that you have a place outside, basically. Okay, and here we are entering the study. You see this outside block here, that the staircase used to be inside the house, but we built everything outside. But then we had to find a solution to get also 2 guest rooms. So what we did was we made the study like this. And then as a surprise, it's a bit like Anne Frank. You know, the Anne Frank behind the cupboard. You enter the rooms via the bookcase. We did that, the repeat, on the other side, because that was the only solution, that you could have a private space within another space. You know what I mean? Otherwise you had to walk from room to room, which was, of course, not very convenient. In the evening, we do spend time here when we're together, and especially when we don't have people, you know, when we don't have guests. But and especially, of course, as I said, in winter. And here is our area, and it is dressing room. The smallest bedroom you can imagine, and then we have this outside. If there is sun here. So that is wonderful. Plus it's private. And what is so nice in the evening, we have, and in the morning when you wake up, because we have everything open from the bedroom, you know, towards here. You hear the birds singing, and it feels very much like country, not in the middle of town. That makes it so nice here. Now, and this is the bathroom. Okay, and here you see the roof of the studio, and we are at the moment contemplating solar energy on the roof for the whole house and for the studio, because look how much space we have for panels. It is very important for me to really economize on energy. Yes, absolutely. It's something which me and my family, you know, my children, are very concerned with. My husband, of course, but my children very much. And so we are now contemplating how to use it, how to be able to do it. So we're getting these people in, and they will advise us on it. And that will be very nice if that is successful, you know. Yeah, very worthwhile. Okay, I would love to take you now on the boat so that you can see a little bit of the area where I live in, and you can see a little bit of the charms of Amsterdam, because I think from the boat it is the best, you have a vantage point. So, shall we go? Okay. Here we are on the other side of the house. So basically the house is on that side, and this side is the canal. And why it is one of my most favorite places in Amsterdam is that you have the beautiful Amstel over there, which is sort of very spacious and big. Very busy quartier over there. And here it is very quiet, and beside the children, of course, which are making a lot of noise. But also, you know, when you wake up in the morning, it is, you hear the birds singing, and it is so. And here is our little boat. So we will make a little tour around the quartier with the boat. So you can see a little bit of the area. Oh, god, ga ik dwars door die planken heen. Annelies, she is at the moment the person who is has her exposition in the gallery. She is an artist and at the same time a very close friend. And she is very much a boat person. Now we are sort of entering the Amstel, which is the sort of main connection, main canal, river. Amsterdam, of course, has all these canals. But look how beautiful this is. You know, when you see the canal and the trees coming down like that, I think it's so extraordinary. And when you look at that side, you see I think this is the longest alley with bridges. I find Amsterdam is very stimulating because it is easygoing. People communicate very easily with each other, and I just love it so much, you know. I really get very exhilarated by the views, and in winter, in summer, it doesn't matter, it just exhilarates me. I still love to do this, you know. It's always, this is such a pleasure. But in the evening, after 4 o'clock, here it is very busy because everybody immediately after work gets his boat and boom, starts sailing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then the fun thing is, for instance, Queen's Day, which is the 30th of April, the whole of Holland is, you know, festive and orange. And then here you can walk over the boats everywhere. There are millions and millions of boats. Ja, het is echt een heerlijk bootje. Thank you very much and have a very good trip in Holland and I'll see you maybe next time. Okay, bye bye.